Elnora had fled all the way to platform 3 of the station and awaited her early morning train. She had decided to go in the direction of California. People in books and magazines always fled to California. All she had to do was wait, and then she wouldn't feel this horrid feeling anymore. It would be like it used to be. She could scrub laundry anywhere. Orion wasn't sure how many hours he'd searched. Most of the night, but she was here. Of course she was here. Scrawny legs, sleeping on a bench, looking like an urchin. Ryan tried to think of what to say. What would he have wanted to hear that night he left Dogwood? What would he have wanted to hear if he were her?
You're here? You wasn't supposed to come here.
Nora, oh God, Nora.
I don't want to stay with you,
I lied.
Well, tell me why you lied then. If you're frank, I'll be too. Well, I don't really know. I don't know. I know you haven't been telling the truth about this granny of yours. And well, I suspect your mama isn't in a hospital anymore, Nora. I suspect she died. And I think you knew that. What's it to you? And what right do you have to put your nose in my business?
Every right. I'm your father.
Yeah, of 5 minutes.
I know, Elnora, and I love you. Whatever you've got in your stubborn head, I love you. And if you don't want to stay here, then I'm going where you're going, because I love you. You got that, kid. Where you go, I go. So where's it to be?
California?
Plenty of sun.
What about Texas?
Horses.
Would you even go all the way to Paris?
You could learn French.
Do you really love me, Ratliff?
I was frank, wasn't I?
Then please, let's just go home and try again.
No Texas.
Next time?
The next few months at Brownystone, as Elnora called it, held the note of change. Mrs. Pepper's goal of fattening Elnora up was realized with 3 large meals a day and plenty of bites between. Nora's goal of making Brownie her home was also achieved, accompanied by cans of paint, a father who let her do as she wanted, and a dash of mess. Nora had everything new. New shoes, new clothes, new toys, a whole new life. And as Celeste predicted, the newspapers eventually got hold of Orion's misdeeds. He was spread across the society papers for days before news of La Barba's flyweight championship. The Ku Klux Klan's march on Washington and Cly's climb of Mount Lamarck proved more popular. It was her. It had to be her. How do you know? If you're going to be a father now, you can't just let her do and say as she pleases. She's a child, and children need guidance. And this child happens to be a thief, Orion. Now be a good girl and say you're sorry.
Well, I'm not a good girl, and I'm not sorry.
This was Elnora's first real scrape since becoming a Ratliff, and it was with Aunt Cousin Celeste and her tiresome brood.
What? I'm not, so I'm not apologizing. You aren't going to apologize for stealing my patient? Or Victor, he's my only friend? No chance in hell.
Nora, your language.
I told you she says swears and curses, Mommy.
She's naughty, Mom.
Yeah, I may be naughty and say swears, but at least I'm not a booby like you, Tom. Or a ninny like you, Millie. Mommy!
Mom,
Mommy?
Did you hear what she called me? I won't have cousins fighting and arguing like this. You all will spend every afternoon together until you can kiss and make up. Understood? Don't you think that's a bit much, Cease? I think it's just enough. And so their sentence was doled out. And Nora's first ever punishment as a Ratliff was to walk over and spend sunny summer afternoons with the Hallmans. She didn't mind Robbie so much, if only he wasn't such a boy about everything. On and on the weeks went like that at the Hallmans, Mildred and Thomas perfecting their chess strategies like good little children, Nora and Robbie sinningly gambling their marbles in the corner. Until one afternoon, it suddenly wasn't like that. It started with Mildred. She wanted to play hospital and, obligingly, Nora agreed to be the bleeding wounded. It was that afternoon that Elnora realized that Mildred, though something of a ninny, had a darker side. Much darker. She knew every gruesome tale known to man. Frankenstein, Dracula, Dr. Jekyll, and Mr. Hyde. Nora felt bad for her patient. Then, soon, the same happened with Thomas,
who preferred Thomas over Tom any day. He wanted to play soldiers, and Nora agreed to be a German Hun. That booby Thomas was meticulous. He liked everything a certain kind of way. You couldn't just say some things without them being accurate, or pick something up and set it down without being exact. And germs weren't even half of what he was afraid of. Then there was Robbie, messy, silly, boyish Robbie, who had a new hobby every few days it seemed. His most recent violin, and damn were they awful. It was nice though, even if Nora couldn't admit it. It was nice to have family, and a big one too.